weather is brought to you by DART. So what are you waiting for? Try transit today. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART for more information.
It's Monday, November 28th. My name is Vincenza Carrieri-Russo, and I have a new guest host, but a returning guest host for those of you who are always following us here. Good morning, Wilmington. Please welcome Kaylin Pride.
Hello, good morning. I guess I'm not a stranger to Good Morning,
No, you're
Wilmington.
not. Oh, absolutely not. You're a part of the family, but I always love when we get to co-host together.
Oh, this is our second time doing it.
Is it really?
It is.
Oh,
only.
gosh.
But it's like I've known you for so many years, so.
Oh, God. It feels like we're just
talking to you.
catching up again, just on television, right?
Yes.
But how was your weekend?
My weekend was great. I had an amazing Thanksgiving.
Oh, good.
It was more intimate this year. Normally we travel to Connecticut or New York to visit my family, but my mom wants to do something kind of big this year for Christmas, since we haven't done it for the past few years due to COVID, of course. So she's like, it's either one or the other. So
I love your mom. I love
Hi, Mom.
I love our moms.
Good morning. Shout out to you.
Yes, shout out to our moms, right? I love your mom because I know she's so supportive,
yes,
and I think that's just so beautiful. She's your biggest cheerleader, right?
Absolutely.
Just like my mom. So we have a lot to, we relate,
Yes.
we bond over, but very excited that you're here with us to talk about what is going on. So you know what today is?
What's today?
Cyber Monday.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yes, for all of you online shoppers, this is like the biggest day of the year.
Huge.
Obviously Black Friday is a big deal, but there's nothing like Cyber Monday for online shopping.
Do you do Black Friday?
So no, I don't.
I don't either.
No, I don't. I learned a long time ago to stay away from the malls, the outlets. And you know what they do now, a lot of these businesses, they're offering deals prior and after. Because why, think about it, they got a little smarter. Why, cram everything into one day when you just spread it out throughout the week? So if you're smart, you'll go shopping small business Saturdays, supporting all the local businesses, but more importantly, Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday.
So tell me, do you do online shopping?
I don't. I like to try my clothes on. Like I'm scared. Like seriously.
I'm the same. I'm the same. I get it.
I'm serious. I'm very nervous about ordering something and it coming in and being either too big or too small, and then you have to go through the process of shipping it back. That's too much for me. I like to go to the store, physically look at it, touch it, like put it on, make sure I like it. It looks good for me, because looking at things like on a model or something like that, it's not me.
But there's nothing like trying on the garment, right? And that's something important to keep in mind. Yes, let's take advantage of all of the deals for today, for Cyber Monday, but don't forget to support those small businesses, especially those local boutiques. One that we have right up the street from here is Morgan's Boutique, right? Morgan's Boutique is right here in downtown Wilmington, and another one I have to make mention that we both love is Cecile Boutique.
Shout out to Shanna.
Right, Cecile Boutique's another great local business that you can try on your garments. But these are for, the ladies. I'm sure if Ivan was here and Matt was here, they would be sharing their favorite go-to places. But we're just gonna stick to the places we know best to support. But for online shopping, I have to say I'm guilty. I do love Cyber Monday for one business, and that's House of Lashes. I know you love lashes. I love eyelashes. Always have, and I love to support that business on Cyber Monday. So I don't have to try them on, right? So we're good. So it makes sense with supporting Cyber Monday, but also taking advantage of all the deals.
My only question is, when you do online shopping, how fast does it come in, especially the lashes?
You have to wait a little bit. But the deals are great. The deals are so good. So it's worth it. It's worth it. But
I respect that.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I need it now. I need it now.
All right, well, enough about Cyber Monday. We have to talk about some really important information that we have to share with all of our viewers and make a great shout out to one of our sponsors here at Good Morning Wilmington, DART. So DART is having a hiring event this Saturday, December 3rd.
Yeah.
So if you missed the promo that we had with Ivan for DART, please make sure you check out. They're having their hiring event. There's a sign-on bonus for $3,000, full benefits. I mean, you cannot pass this up. I mean, I highly recommend it. We love DART, but also it's important that you take advantage of this opportunity.
Absolutely.
So it's this Saturday. Location is on Beach Street, so make sure you check it out. Even if you just Google DART in Wilmington, Delaware, you'll be able to find out all of that information, but make sure you do take advantage of the hiring event that's happening this Saturday, December 3rd.
Absolutely, and I have to say, this is a great thing that's happening, because a lot of people, they need jobs, you know, and with the big sign-on bonus and all the benefits that you'll be able to get from DART, I think this is a great opportunity for a lot of people, and it's going to create a lot more jobs and whatnot within our city, which is absolutely amazing.
Oh yes, we need to get back to where we were before this, thing we call the pandemic. So we need to get back to that, and so this is another way, another stepping stone to getting back to where we were before, and that is really, really important. So don't forget to check out that hiring event this Saturday for DART, and thank you again, DART, for all your support here at Good Morning Wilmington.
Yes. Now, before we go on to listing our guests, because we have an all-female show today. I'm very, very excited about that. I have to ask you, it's the last day of November. Yes, are you excited for December? Yes, it's so funny because when I was on my way after our Thanksgiving dinner, I went to my friend's house for hers just to stop by, say hello to my second family, and there was all these Christmas decorations
already up. Yeah,
already.
Everyone's decorating.
I'm like, it's still Thanksgiving night. Like, what? Are you one of those people who like put up the Christmas tree and all the decorations before the month ends? Or?
Not every year.
Okay.
It's okay. So to be honest with you, in my household, we love to extend the holidays. So we love to maybe leave the decorations up through the seasons a little longer. And then they intertwine. But this year, surprisingly, over the weekend, we were all together with the family. We were able to take out all the decorations. And so chances are the decorations and the Christmas tree will be up, if it's not tomorrow, probably. But we like to stay ahead of the game. What my sister and I have learned, because we help our parents decorate the outside of the house, you should be decorating the house outside now with this 50-degree weather.
It's a warm Monday morning, everybody. I walked outside without a coat just to warm up my car, and I was like, I don't need to warm up my car this morning. It's pretty warm.
This is the perfect weather for decorations on the outside of the house or your business. Take advantage of this opportunity because who wants to decorate in the snow?
Yes, and speaking of snow, I heard there's going to be like...
Don't say it. Don't say it, Kaylin.
Okay.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready either.
But you know what?
I'm a summer baby, so I like the warm. I'm a July girl, so this season is not for me, I have to say.
That's all right. That's all right. But you know what I am ready for?
What?
To introduce our guests.
Absolutely.
So let's start with introducing our first guest. We have Jasmine Hamlin, the CEO of Skate Vibez. Ooh. Very excited to chat with her.
Yes.
Our next guest is Tiffani Mitchell-Jenkinson, the founder of the Art of Giving Foundation. And last but not least, Taylor Thompson, the manager at Delaware Hardscape Supply. Very, very excited to have an all-female guest on the show today, especially with you being my guest co-host.
A lot of girl bosses here today. I'm very excited about that, and I'm really, ready to get to our guests now.
That's right. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Big Ive, the talking to town, Mr. DETV, host of Good Morning Wilmington. Look, I'm here at DART. Today I wanted to be a bus driver, right? So I came down, tried it out. I love it, and you'll love it too. Guess what? They're hiring. Make sure you come out Saturday, December 3rd at 8 o'clock to 119 Beach Street. You want to get here. Make sure you're here by 9 o'clock, because if you are, then you might get a job on the spot. You don't want to miss it. And guess what? They got a $3,000 sign-on bonus. That's 3 G's. And on top of that, they got good bennies, y'all. Good bennies. Make sure you check it out. For more information, go to, what's the website? dartfirststate.com. All right, dartfirststate.com. Get all the information. They're hiring. Come this Saturday, December 3rd. I'll see you. I'm getting back on this bus.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Wilmington. First up on the plaza this morning is Jasmine Hamlin. Jasmine is the CEO and founder of Skate Vibez, a local skating organization here in Wilmington. Good morning, Jasmine.
Good morning.
Of course, we're excited to have you here on the show as our first girl boss of the hour. Tell me, what is Skate Vibez?
All right, so Skate Vibez, it's a roller skating company.
Okay.
So we specialize in our roller skate academy as well as retail. So we sell skates and we give skate lessons, and it's a whole umbrella of things that we do surrounding roller skating.
Wow, when did you first start your company?
I started the company officially last year, but I got the grounds and the wheels moving 2019. Yeah.
Okay. But you've been skating your whole life.
Literally my whole entire life. I always loved telling this short story. My mom, when she was skating with my dad, because my dad is a roller skater.
Okay.
So my mom would skate with my dad, and she fell. She wasn't like the best skater, but she fell, but then she was hurting and was in pain. She later found out that she was pregnant with me.
Oh.
And then I've been skating since I was 2 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so I always tell that story because I think it's so funny.
Yes, it is. No, and it's just a part of your whole family and your upbringing, and now you want to provide this service and opportunity to others, which I think is beautiful. But before we dive in more about Skate Vibez, tell us a little bit more about your background and who is Jasmine Hamlin?
So pertaining to skating or just in general?
In general,
okay.
Let's let everybody know.
I'm an artist. I paint, I draw, I take pictures, photography, all those things.
Okay.
Another quick story. I actually used to work here at DETV when he first started.
Okay.
We was over on Lancaster Avenue, so this is kind of like nostalgic for me, but just in another realm. I'm sitting here as a guest, so that's something about me as well. But I love people. I love everything creative. And that's just who I am as a whole. I did modeling, anything you could think of in the artistic world, that's me. But when it comes to roller skating, I started skating, like I said, when I was 2 years old. In the past, we had Ellesmere Skating Rink. Are you guys familiar with Ellesmere?
Yeah.
Right, but they've been closed, I want to say since 2010, somewhere around there.
Long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. So, we continue to skate in Jersey. 2 different skating rinks in Jersey, but a lot of Delaware skaters still skate.
So what made you want to teach others? What kind of made you want to get into teaching everyone else how to skate?
Well, because I've been skating all my life, when I lost my brother actually was killed here in Wilmington, unfortunately.
Sorry.
And thank you. And that was a journey for me, but I always had roller skating. When I needed that mental clarity, I would just drift off and go skating. I didn't need anyone to come with me. I would go on my own and just vibe to the music. And then when I left, I felt better. And then that's when I realized that roller skating actually produces natural serotonins and dopamines, and it just made me feel good. So I'm like, okay, I come from this city. I know what our kids go through. This is something I want to pass along so that they can adopt, and maybe it will help them along their way in their journey. Not necessarily because of, you know, death or anything like that, but, you know, we go through a lot here in the inner city. So I just wanted to give them a new outlet because we love music, you know, we love dance, and we can just kind of put it all together.
Right.
So.
And thank you for being so transparent about that story and telling us your why.
Yeah, that's
and sometimes, you know, we have to share with others about our why, right? Caitlin, we talk about that all the time, that we have to share with others about our why and why we're doing, and that he is always with you.
Yes.
Right.
Always.
And thank you for being so open about that and sharing with our viewers. But with that said, talking about your family, obviously, you know, skating is a big part of your family.
Yes,
I'm sure this is what you do majority of the year all together, and it brings. I would think it brings everyone together and it unites. So it's not only fun, but it's an activity that everyone could do at all ages. Let's talk about that some more, because I know that, you know, maybe people are thinking, well, I don't know how to skate. I'm in my 40s, 50s. Can I learn? Is there still hope for me? So is it for all ages?
Yes, there's still hope. Okay,
there you go. There's still hope.
Currently, right now, at one of our favorite skating rinks, there's a 60-plus-year-old man who still skates. That's not, you know, that's not old. My parents are in their 60s, and I see them get around all the time. So I know that's not old, but for a younger person or an older person to put it in perspective, to understand that you can skate from the age of 2 and beyond, you know? So at the Academy, we do roller skate lessons, all ages. You can book us privately and we'll do a private lesson with you, or you can sign up for our Academy. Right now, we're doing Academy for teenagers. It's surrounded around dance disciplines and choreography, so we can perform.
Wow.
Yep, and I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, keep going.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So, and then, you know, like I said, you can book privately, so it doesn't matter the age. If you are, you know, 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus, and beyond, and you want to learn how to skate, we have a curriculum for you.
That's so good to know. And I'm sure there's so many people are like, well, I really want to skate. It seems like it's a fun activity.
I haven't skated since
but I
was
don't know.
12 because I fell and I got scared
and, you were done.
And I was done. I was done. But to hear this, first of all, you said choreography and dance, so that's giving me roll bounce vibes. Yes. That's what I'm thinking of, like Bow Wow and the whole.
I'm glad you brought that up, and you know, we're mentioning that because the whole point of the Academy for the teens and the choreography is because if you pay attention, roller skating is making, you know, its new like way around these days.
I've been seeing it on social media,
but
TikTok too.
It's literally everywhere. It started with COVID, but before COVID, skaters always skated. You know, so now it's becoming like a trend, or well, I don't even want to call it a fad because it's not going anywhere. It's definitely trending right now. But if you pay attention to artists like Usher, you guys familiar with Usher?
Yeah, girl, who's not familiar?
Exactly. He recently just had a residency in Vegas, and he hired roller skaters. They had a whole segment of roller skaters. It looked like about 20 to 30 of them.
That's awesome.
And they were on tour with Usher. What does that mean? That means they're getting paid, you know?
Right.
So I know the talent that we have here in Wilmington, and I want to cultivate that. I have connections with some of the skaters that were skating with Usher. I know some of them. I don't know them personally, but we became Instagram friends way back when.
It's a whole community.
Right, so everyone's doing their thing, and whenever it's time for me to, you know, hit up Danielle or Ashley. Well, I don't know Ashley too well. I'm just giving them a quick little shout out. But if I have to hit up Danielle and just like, hey, I have these kids. Do you have a gig in Cali? Is it possible? You know, once we get our funding up, we are going to travel. You know, we're going to travel and perform and hopefully get booked for different gigs. So that's the goal with our kids here in Wilmington, to create a platform for them to, you know, actually get paid for their talent. So,
Right.
Yeah.
When I was in middle school and high school, I remember that we used to have, I guess you would say, events at the skating rink, at Ellesmere Skating Rink, Christiana Skating Rink. Is Christiana Skating Rink still open?
Yeah,
okay,
still
good.
open.
Absolutely.
It's never good when you know, these establishments shut down. It's never good. So we want them open and operating.
Yes.
I remember we would have events, dances, and it was so much fun.
So much fun.
And everybody would come together, even if you didn't skate well, but we all came together, and it was just so much fun. And I think it's something that you don't have to be so perfect at doing, but it's fun when you come together just to be able to do a little bit, to have the, I guess you would say, basic skills.
Yep, basic skills.
So talking about the basic skills of what you offer at Skate Vibez, talk about the different, like, I guess you would say more so the levels. So you said you talked about you were doing a teen curriculum. So what other services other than just the ages that you would offer? You said you offer about choreography and whatnot, but what other things do you offer?
Yeah, so I'll tell you about our program. So
yes, please do.
We have the Skate Academy. Like I said, the Skate Academy is surrounded around choreography and stage performances.
I love that.
Then we do Roller Skate Anatomy. Roller Skate Anatomy is for that skater who, you know, maybe they enjoy skating for fun, but it's something about their mind that they want to learn more about the skate itself. So we dissect the skate, like the whole makeup of the boot, how it became what it is, and then we get into a realm where we take it apart. You know, and then hopefully, you never know, a new design may manifest. But the goal is for kids to use their engineering skills surrounding roller skating, and then it can, you know, go on beyond. But if roller skating is their first interest, and then they can go from there.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm intrigued because you keep bringing up like dance and performance, and I'm a performer, as Vincenzo knows myself, a dancer. And I heard that you guys were recently in a parade, I think.
Yes. Which parade was this?
It was the Philadelphia Thanksgiving Parade.
6 ABC.
That's a big parade.
Yeah, it was
That's
pretty huge.
Huge deal.
It was pretty huge, and it made me so excited because, like I spoke of, getting the skaters opportunities where they can just go out and explore and perform, you know? And getting that opportunity, it just made it feel so good because I'm like, this is what we're doing it for. Yes, it is fun, but there are people who maybe don't even know what they want to do with themselves in the future. As a teen, you know, you can have fun, but you can do big things at the same time while you try to figure that out. So they called me, which I was like, how did you find me? And I had to find out. I'm like, how did you find me? He was like, well, we Googled you. And I'm like, thank you, God, for internet presence, you know. So they contacted me and asked for some roller skaters, and I found some roller skaters between here in Wilmington and also in Philadelphia. Originally, it was a little more that were going to perform with us, but Thanksgiving and, you know, we already have plans and things like that. So it was about 5 of us, and we practiced for 4 days at like 7 o'clock at night, so it was so cold.
4 days?
Yeah, 4 days of rehearsals because it was so many dance teams.
Yes.
So many dance teams, so we had to know how to move around them and what was expected of us and where our spots were for the camera. And it was just such a great experience. Like, I skated as well that day. And
I was just going to ask, did you perform as well?
Yep, I performed too, and it was just like, okay, I'm just filling in for other skaters. I'm trying to do this for other skaters. I don't have to be there. But because so many people were falling off, I'm like, okay, Jazz, you have to show up. So I went, and it was just, oh my gosh. I'm like, I felt like a kid all over again. It was so fun, and I'm just like, next year, I'm going to have kids a part of this.
Ready to go. Now that you've made that connection, maintain that, nurture that relationship, because that's such great exposure.
They already asked us back.
See, that's perfect. That's such a good sign.
And it's I've been a part of the 6 ABC parade myself, so I know what it's like performing, being out there with all, because there's like a boatload of different groups, organizations, performers, dancers, singers, floats, Mickey, everything's out there. But that's a huge opportunity. Now, where can people find you?
Okay, so the easiest way to find us is skatevibez.com. That's with a Z and with the number 8. So SK8, the number 8, vibes with a Z.com.
Okay, excellent, excellent. I actually, now that I'm thinking about this and we're talking about the Philadelphia Thanksgiving Day Parade, I believe I even participated in the parade twice. No, 3 times. This was a long, no. So back in high school, I was in the A.I. DuPont marching band, and they're always invited to participate, not just in that parade, but multiple parades around the world. And being a part of the band, it was truly exciting to have that experience being, you know, in the Philadelphia Thanksgiving Day Parade and everything that it entails. People, you know, people think, oh, you just show up and you parade. No, there's
it's
so much that goes into it, right?
Yes.
The nights, like you said, there's nights building up to it. There's practices,
Yes.
rehearsals late at night in Philadelphia, right on the grounds. And then for all those hours of practicing, waiting in the cold for what, 30 seconds?
Yes.
Exactly.
30 seconds.
Right?
And the call time is early.
Super early. I think like 3 a.m. or something,
It's like,
right?
a lot of people are out there around like the performers like 5, 6, but they don't go on to like 10, 11. Like
Right.
you're out there all
But
day.
through all of that, it's so worth it, isn't it?
So worth it.
Right?
Absolutely.
Wasn't it? Right, we look back at that and we're able to say, wow, that was worth everything. The
It
cold,
was.
the waking up at, in the middle of the night,
Yes.
no sleep. It was worth the excitement.
It was,
And
it
the
really
and
was.
the opportunity for you and all of your, and I guess you would say members of Skate Vibes
Yep,
were able to showcase their skills, their talent on television.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It was really huge.
That's
Do you
huge.
guys have like any way, like, are you raising money for your organization or anything like that? Tell me
I'm
about
so glad
it.
you asked.
Okay.
So right now, the goal is to open a studio.
Oh.
We have partnered with a nonprofit, One Village Alliance, who is allowing us to use their space for our academy. But the goal is to have a space that we can run our own programs. So right now we're participating in Giving Tuesday, which is November 29th, and we're simply trying to raise $5,000. If we get more, that'd be great. If we get under $5,000, that'd still be great. The funds will go towards equipment like roller skates, safety gear, transportation, and then uniforms, anything that's needed for our performances, and then as well as savings for our actual studio. So that's what we're doing right now. I just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors who are, supporting us right now. We have One Village Alliance, we have Ascending Queens, we have Green Box Crew. It's a clothing line, and as well as Divine Visions and Jones Property Company.
Okay.
Those are our sponsors right now.
Always have to thank our sponsors,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
We thank
Very,
them all the
very,
time.
very
Without them,
important.
it's always we always say it's important to help the community because then they'll help you in return. So it's always important to make mention and give
Yes.
credit where it's due,
Yes,
right?
always.
And last
Yes, of
time, one
course.
more time, just tell us where can we find you, where can we donate, any
Yes.
information that our viewers need to know about
Stay
Skate
connected.
Vibes.
Yeah, so to stay connected, you can subscribe to our website, skatevibez.com. Again, SK8VIBEZ. Instagram, we're on Instagram. You type in Skate Vibes, we'll pop up. Skatevibes.skateparty. Facebook, Skate Vibes. But the best way to stay in contact will be Skate Vibes. That's where you can become a sponsor as well as donate.
There you go.
And sign up for any of our programs.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Well, Jasmine, thank you so much. I'm excited about your organization and how it's continuing to thrive. And good luck next year at the parade. And I know you're going to have a lot more, bookings and other places to perform and have your company and your members be out there, skating around and doing what they do best.
Yes,
So
thank you guys for having me so
thank
much.
you so much.
Of course, of course.
Great. Amazing first guest.
Yes, amazing first guest, as always here at Good Morning Wilmington. But we do have to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back.
As soon as I got here, I just felt the warm embrace of the community, man. Like what y'all got going on is wonderful. And no wonder y'all called the work group, because y'all putting that work in. For real, seriously, y'all getting the work done.
We are committed to creating the best Riverside we can with the community, for the community.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
A new beginning, a second chance. Call it what you want, but this is what never giving up looks like. This is what finding someone who believes in you looks like. I thought Goodwill was just a store until a friend told me about Train to Gain through Goodwill's Job Resource Center. After 5 years away, I had a lot of self-doubt and fear about my future. But Goodwill had my back, and today, I love where I work. They matched me with an employer who believes in second chances, and now I have a new start thanks to Goodwill.
To learn more about Goodwill's career development opportunities, call today.
Looking to jumpstart your teaching career in Delaware? And make up to $50,000 with full benefits? Then look no further than Kingswood Early Learning Academy, where you can make a difference and earn the salary you deserve.
Back, everyone. Next on the plaza, we have the founder, or co-founder, I should say, of the Art of Giving Foundation organization that helps children in the foster care system. Please welcome Tiffani Mitchell-Jenkinson. How are you, Tiffani?
Hey, ladies. I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful,
Great. I have to
wonderful.
say, when you first walked in, I was like, Vincenza, who's that? I was like, she's so cute.
Yeah.
I was like, you just
Well,
look
she's
so
no
put together.
stranger to the beauty world.
Of course.
Of
Of
course.
course.
Which leads me to my first question. I'm sure she'll make note and mention. Who is Tiffani Mitchell-Jenkinson?
So I am the owner of Vibez Studio in Wilmington and Middletown, Delaware. I am a loving mom of two as well, so that is me in a nutshell. But yeah, so we basically, Vibez Studio,
Yes.
we specialize in eyelash extensions, facials, skincare, waxing, anything beauty related.
Yes,
that is
which
us.
we love.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Do you still offer makeup services?
We don't. We do
Okay.
have a makeup artist that
Okay.
runs her business out of Vibez.
Okay.
But no, we kind of evolved, and we actually do permanent makeup.
Oh,
So
okay.
we specialize in permanent makeup. That was a big thing I left out.
Well, yeah, that's important.
We had a lot of makeup artists on our team that now have gone the permanent route. So who better to get your permanent makeup done by, someone who's been doing makeup for many years.
And I want to get into your foundation, but really fast. What is permanent makeup? Like, you can't wash your face?
No, it's a tattoo.
Oh, you
So,
talking about like
yeah,
the brows and
it's,
stuff? Okay, I've
Yeah,
heard
it's
of
a
that.
big thing now, micropigmentation.
Yes.
So it's very much similar to, it is a tattoo, but
Yeah.
the methods that we use make it a lot softer. It can last anywhere from 1.5 to 2 years if done properly. You just want to make sure you're going to the right person who knows what they're doing.
Okay,
Right,
right.
right.
No, you scared me
Yes.
first. I was like, permanent. I was
Right.
like, wait,
Well,
what?
It's like almost
Yeah.
semi-permanent, but you're right. Tiffani said it perfectly. You want to make sure you're going to a licensed professional, before you get permanent eyebrows or lips or eyeliner done.
Please don't be going. Please check to make sure that they are licensed.
Exactly.
But I want to get into the Art of Giving Foundation. Tell me a little bit more about the foundation.
Yeah, so years ago, back in 2019, we at Vibez, we did our first big fundraiser, which was we did a toy drive for children who are affected by parents with addiction problems. And through that, I met some really great connections. I raised a lot of money, and we were able to grant the holiday wish list of a lot of children in the state, 99 children to be exact. But through that, I found out that what warmed my heart the most was that list that I got from the Department of Justice for the foster children. And I was recently a new mom at the time. I was a single mother at that. I was raising my daughter on my own, and the thought of children not having their families for the holidays really struck a chord with me, and it just really warmed me to be able to make a little bit of a difference there.
Right.
And so years later, I continued to keep my connection at the Department of Justice. I kept funding that the holiday wish list every year. But this year, I actually had a friend of mine respond to a business question that I asked on Instagram, and she said, do you think it's important for small businesses to give back? And it really struck a chord with me. And I said, you know what, yes, I absolutely do. And I had a lot of extra time this year. I wouldn't say I have a lot of extra time. I made the extra time to actually think of what I could do for these children that would make a bigger impact than just granting a holiday wish list. So I talked to my connections at the Department of Justice, and I asked them, you know, do these children have any type of extracurricular activities, specifically in regards to the creative arts? I'm a very creative, artistic person myself, and I know firsthand how art can heal.
Right.
And with these children having gone through such traumatic circumstances in their lives, you know, I thought it would be a great outlet for them to be able to do things like, you know, dance, art, music. I even loved the last guest, how she was speaking about the skating, like stuff like that is exactly what we are trying to provide for these children.
Absolutely.
And so when I asked them, surprisingly, there was nothing. And it's like we found this hole. Right? We found this hole that we were able to, you know, pitch something. We got my co-founders and we got in front of the Department of Justice, DFS, all of the directors, and I mean, I swear we were all crying on the Zoom call, because they were like, you know, we work so hard in the state to make sure that all of the basic needs for these children are met. But, you know, it was very humbling for all of us, because to be able to find this hole that, you know, something that we could provide for these kids, it's going to be monumental. And so now we are, you know, our efforts are twofold. We're trying to raise the funds for being able to provide these events, and we're also trying to raise more, just more eyes on our foundation, gain more connections, so that we can make these events happen.
I love how you and our last guest, Jasmine, you guys are creating outlets for children, and I love that. It's extremely important. And just how do you think, specifically, how does the arts really help these children thrive?
I mean, it's science, really. You know, just the different serotonin and dopamine levels that get released, and not only that, but it unlocks different parts of your brain. It helps children in development, with their development. It helps them to become more of who they are as individuals, and really learn themselves, and, you know, not just have that stamp put on them, like I've been through this, but to help actually get over that trauma and to be so proud of themselves. I had the most amazing call, and I'm getting chills just talking about it, but we had a meeting with a girl yesterday who owns Project Joy Studio in Philadelphia, trying to figure out how we can bring her here to Delaware, because her whole mission and what she's done is she's created an art studio, and the story that she told us, this is just to give you guys the best example. She was severely abused as a child by her own parents, and unfortunately, you know, she wasn't able to get help that she needed back then, and she found art as her, she'll tell you herself, like, art saved her life. Literally saved her life. It has grown her into who she is today, and now she is working to give back to these children by creating art events and, like, giving them something that they can do on a normal basis for that outlet.
Yeah. I know so many individuals who have gone through the foster care system, or foster children, or I even know elder parents and elder individuals that have become foster care parents. And to see what a child goes through, I mean, think about it. You know, when we were young, all the emotions we went through and the stressors we went through when we were much younger, and we were very fortunate to have our parents or our mother near our family nearby, whereas those foster care children didn't have anybody that they can rely on. So to raise awareness and bring attention to foster care in general is imperative. Now let's shift gears a little bit to talk more about the gala. The Art of Giving Foundation is hosting a gala, which will allow all of our viewers tuning in and anybody that wants to find out more information how they can be a part of it and participate in this mission. So tell us about the gala.
Yeah, so absolutely. This is our first big fundraising event. So we are holding the Art of Giving Gala at Bellevue Hall in the mansion in Wilmington, Delaware. And it's January 7th of 2023, so it is coming up fast.
It'll be here before we know it.
Yes.
I know. So, you know, we have some really great local businesses sponsoring. I'm super grateful for that, and we're putting this event on. and it is going to be from 7 to 11 p.m. that day. And honestly, we are inviting anybody who wants to make a difference. So you can actually just go right to our platform, our donation platform. It is givebutter.com/artofgivinggala. And you can purchase tickets, you can make a donation even if you can't make it and you want to just help out with our cause. And yeah, and then we are gonna use those funds taken, the big funds taken from that gala in specific, to then curate these events and literally just push it right back out into the community.
Perfect.
So
Oh,
really
that's beautiful.
excited about it.
Are you looking for any silent auction items?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
So
that's
right
important
now,
to get out there, and you can count me in for that.
Count me in.
Yeah, B&M Bistro would love to provide a silent auction item.
Absolutely love that. So yeah, right now the online auction is actually live. And then we are trying to think about ways to have maybe some of the items like at the actual gala too, just to keep people busy and having fun. But I don't think that's going to be a problem because there's going to be great food and dancing, and we even have a really cool VIP experience with I think 12 tickets left where there's going to be a private cocktail. We have a cigar rolling vendor and a private gentleman's whiskey auction. So fine bottles of whiskey up there in the VIP area. Yeah, so we're just trying to make it cool, different.
And it's for everyone. It's not just for,
literally.
you know, for the ladies. You're attracting the men as well, especially having a whiskey auction. I'm sure all the men are, sign me up, and the cigar. You know, opportunity as well.
Importantly, it's going to a good cause.
And
a great cause at the end of the day.
And that's what it's all about. And my co-founders and I are just over the moon excited to get these events rolling. So literally any donations are going to help us to be able to do that.
Now, outside of the gala, how else can people get involved with the Art of Giving Foundation?
Yeah, so again, we are just starting, we're new, so having those donations are going to be super helpful. And then if you have any connections to, gosh, anything like art studios, dance studios, any type of idea, like we are so open for it. I think the best thing has just been the people that are reaching out to me. I had a great conversation with the music director of the Boys and Girls Club of Delaware the other week, and another woman, a local author who is big into the adoption and foster system too. So just those kind of connections, please reach out to us. Our Instagram is The Art of Giving Foundation. And you can just shoot us a message and we will hop on a Zoom call with you and figure out how we can partner up together. Other than that, any other local businesses that want to be a part and sponsor this is going to be a yearly event for us. So we just need our community's help to come together so we can actually facilitate what we're trying to do with the foundation.
Well, Tiffani, I'm very, very excited to see how you have blossomed in your career, because I've had the opportunity to watch, I actually would say grow up with you, right? Since we were teenagers, but to see and witness you blossom in your career and now giving back to the community and co-founding this nonprofit organization, it's just truly remarkable. And thank you for always, not forgetting about, hey, I have to give back. And that's really, really important. So thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you. And I really implore other business owners to do the same, because business is fun and it's great, but this is what truly matters. So thank you for saying that.
Of course. Well, good luck with the event.
Thank you.
And we'll connect
Hope to see you all there.
Of course.
Of
course.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I love how both guests today have their whole main focus is giving back to their community, and it's perfect because Giving Tuesday is tomorrow. So give back to these local nonprofits, give back to these organizations who are trying to give back to the community themselves. This is very, very important. We love your organization. This is just this is really good. This is really great. I love this.
All the exciting things that happen on Good Morning Wilmington. But we have to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Right back.
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at DETVCH.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Wilmington. Our last guest this morning is here to talk about her landscape and where you can get the best products for a great price. We have the manager of Delaware Hardscape Supply, Taylor Thompson. Welcome, Taylor.
Hi, thank you.
Welcome to Good Morning Wilmington. Welcome to DETV.
How'd you get the day off?
I don't have a day off. I gotta go back to work.
Okay.
I've been to work.
You're like, I've already been to work twice and back. Well, we're so glad you made the time to join us on Good Morning Wilmington. Yeah. So before we dive into what is Delaware Hardscape Supply, let's talk about you, a little bit about you, and who is Taylor?
So I have two sons.
Okay.
A 6-year-old and an 8-year-old.
All right.
And I recently got married last year. And I actually enjoy doing my own landscaping at home, and I cannot afford a landscaper, so it's helpful that having products available, so I can do it myself. And such a sensation when it's all done to know that you completed it and it looks wonderful. And then, so I've been at my job 15 years now.
Okay. Are you from Delaware?
I am.
Okay, born and raised?
Yes.
Where'd you go to high school?
Newark.
Newark High School, the famous question we ask, right? Yeah. Oh, you're from Delaware? Where'd you go to high school, right?
Everyone knows each other by where'd you go to high school, and
right.
you figure it out from there,
Newark
right?
High School. And then I grew up in Pike Creek, down in that area.
Okay.
I still somewhat live in that area.
And you never left?
No.
So
it's a little hard to leave.
Yes,
Delaware
it is.
Pretty perfect.
Right? Right, Caitlin?
Absolutely.
We're like, yes, we know. Yes. But that's okay, because you're rooted. Like that? Yeah. You're rooted. So it only makes sense that you have been so loyal to this business. So let's talk about the business. Okay. And obviously you've been there for 15 years and you're the manager there, but I'm sure it started a little differently before you became the manager. So tell us that story.
Yeah, so back 15 years ago, I got laid off from my job and I needed a job. And this job came up, and I mean, that was back before, I don't even remember if I applied. It was Craigslist or something like that.
Okay.
They didn't even have Indeed or anything fancy. And so it came up, and I had no idea what landscaping was, but they were hiring for an admin. I was like, why not? And so started out like that, and then just kept going.
So tell us a little bit more about Delaware Hardscape Supply.
Sure. So we sell, our purpose is to be the destination for people to come and purchase our landscape products, obviously, because we're a business, but every business needs a purpose. So we want to be more than a supplier. So we help people educate them on the proper, it's just rocks, but really it's not just rocks. All rocks have purpose. Same thing with mulch, soil. So we get a lot of calls. People are just like, I just need dirt.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot more to just dirt than dirt. So we're really there to try and educate people on what the proper items that they need for their project. Also, if you're trying to do more than just basic and you want to spruce up your landscaping, maybe you want to put in some stepping stones or boulders or whatever, and you found an idea on like Pinterest or your neighbors, and you come with us with a picture, we will help you select your products and really give you a good experience. And it's all about the experience. And then I even had this year a guy come, I remembered him. Last year he came in, he's like, I just want to put in like a 3x3 patio just for my landing. And I was like, you can do it. And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, you can do it. So this year he came back and he was like, I don't know if you remember me, but here's my patio, here's my landing, and you just really supported me and I did it.
So you don't necessarily offer services to actually do the landscaping, right? It's just more of offering the supplies and the materials.
Yeah.
But you do guide your customers. It seems like that's, it's like almost like a coach, right? Okay, we're going to cheer you on. Here are the materials.
This
so
is what
you
you
point
gotta do with
you point them in the right direction.
Right. And I mean, there's plenty of people out there that can afford a landscaper, but then there's also plenty of people that can't afford a landscaper, so they have to learn how to do it themselves. And there's, me personally, like I said, there's nothing more enjoyable than driving up when you're done work and your landscaping's all done. You have nice beds, things like that.
See, I am not a homeowner yet. I live in I guess you would say an apartment, so I haven't had the opportunity to experience, I guess you would say, putting together landscaping yet, right? Yet.
We're getting there.
We're getting there, right? However, my parents, they have landscaping, and they're getting older now, so they can't really get out there. But I know that they have educated me a little bit about the difference between certain rocks, like you mentioned. So do you offer a variety of rocks and mulches? I guess you would say mulch and whatnot.
We have 22 bins of products.
Wow, okay.
So that's a mix of different stones, rocks, gravel, whatever people want to call it. Some of it's considered decorative, so your river jacks and things like that are like decorative, versus where you just have your plain gravel, which is generally used for shed bases, driveway bases, things like that. Or if you have a boat, Newcastle County requires you to put gravel down, so we have like things like that.
Do you have resources for someone that obviously wants to, I guess you would say, maybe pick up all their supplies for their project, but they can't physically, I guess you would say, construct it at their house? Do you have resources or contacts that you can point them in that direction?
Yeah, we refer them. We try and find out first where they live, and then they're like kind of like their budget style or size, because what you don't want to offer them, a landscaper is going to charge them $50,000 and their budget's $10,000.
Right. Yes.
Right.
So we also want to make sure we're giving them a recommendation of a qualified landscaper, not somebody that's going to take their money and like things like that.
Now, today we've had 2 guests so far who talked about what their organization does or their foundation does to give back to the community. Does Delaware Hardscape Supply give back to the community in any way?
So we're really working on it, getting there. We need to find our right path, I guess, because there's so many different things you can do. So right now, just as a free tool to get out there, we have a YouTube page. I put a lot of educational things on YouTube for people.
Yes, that's valuable.
On our Facebook page, there's a lot of videos, Instagram. So a lot of people can reach us and view DIY tips and facts and things like that. But per se, really, money-wise, giving back, we haven't gotten to that step yet, or really where we want to go with that, in what direction.
But you're providing valuable education, resources, and guidance, which I think, to me, that's priceless.
Absolutely.
It really is. To be able to go to you and you will provide me with a resource or a trusted contact, trusted, keyword, trusted, because not everyone is honest.
No, I've seen some horror stories lately.
Right. So I think that alone is giving back. That you're able to give someone a trusted contact that I can't, like my parents, they can't go outside and, I guess you would say, create the landscape anymore because they're much older now, but they want someone that they can trust near their home.
And really keeping up your landscaping. If you say older people sometimes tend to sell their homes, it really helps with the budget. So like it can increase your home value by like 14% when someone drives up and they're like, oh wow, like it's just breathtaking going up.
It's about appearance, you know, and making the outside of your home look appealing, you know, to the naked eye. It means something. It absolutely means something. It's very valuable. Me and my mom, we love to go house hunting.
Okay.
And just drive, and drive through just different neighborhoods. And she's like, see the house? That's what I want you to get.
What's the first thing you notice?
The
landscaping, right? That's the first impression, right?
That's the first thing that people see. It's what's on the outside that makes people want to go and say, let me go check out what's on the inside. Because if it looks this beautiful on the outside with all the bushes and the rocks and the flowers and the nice clean cut lawn or whatever the case may be, it makes the person want to say, well, if the outside is this beautiful, they manage and take care of it this much, the inside of their home has to look
match.
Maybe match.
Match. But at least you know that the exterior part of the home looks beautiful just from the landscaping, right?
Absolutely. And I love that, you know, outside of, you know, money or just giving, you know, tips. Well, you are giving tips on social media, on YouTube, as you said, and that's very helpful to a lot of people who don't necessarily know what they're doing. I mean, you mentioned before, you know, not everyone has the budget or $50,000 to hire somebody to, you know, do something for them. But watching your educational videos on YouTube is very, very helpful in a way. It is giving back.
Right.
It absolutely is to those who really aren't 100% sure what they're doing, but you know, at least have the will and the guts to go and attempt to do it on their own.
It's very gutty.
Oh yes,
because it's a lot of work.
Yeah, some of the projects that come through, I'm like, you probably should invest in somebody to do it.
True.
But that means you're honest. Yeah. And I think it's important to stay honest, because you would hate, and even for the reputation of the business, you would hate to misguide them or mislead them. So it's important to always stay honest. And I know that, you know, you've been doing this for 15 years, and that speaks volumes of your character, who you are as a person to this one business. 15 years and staying loyal means a lot. And I see that as a small business owner as a beautiful thing. So hats off to you, but hats off to the business for doing, you know, what they've been doing to, you know, to maintain that loyalty on your end. So let's talk about information about the business, their hours of operation, and how can people connect?
Sure. So we're open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5. And then Saturdays, currently we're open on Saturdays, 7 to 12. But obviously we're a seasonal business, so in the wintertime we do cut down a little bit on hours, but you can still always reach us. Or have deliveries or pickup or just tour the yard. Some people like to get ready for the spring, check out what's available, get ideas going, especially when the winters are mild, which sometimes we get a mild winter.
Do you think we'll get a mild winter?
I don't think so this year. I really don't think so.
Saying that?
I'm sorry, Vincenza. I know you like it warm, but
I don't like the snow.
Way this weather, I think this is about the warmest day it's going to be for a good
So it's a tease.
All this week's supposed to be in like the 50s, but I mean, we haven't had a cold winter in a while. So.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It might be the year 2022.
Okay. What's the address and what's the phone number? Real quick, tell our viewers
So
address and phone number.
we're in Ellesmere, so it's really hard for the address because everybody gets really confused. So it's 401, and then it's B and O Lane. So like the railroad track, the letter B, the word and then the letter O. People are like, Bando? I'm like, no. And then the phone number is 302, obviously, 996-6464.
Excellent.
And then you can reach us on our Facebook page. You can reach us through
social media.
Yeah,
and
anywhere.
I'm sure if we
our
could
website,
go to Google,
you can,
Delaware Hardscape Supply, and it'll pop
up. You can reach us through
up.
Google as well. Oh yeah, we really push for online because we're in a little pocket, so we're hard to find. So we really push to be out there online where people can find us.
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
Well, we're glad you joined us today and put Delaware Hardscape Supply on this platform. You know, allows more people, our viewers, to come and check out your business and kind of see what they can do to spruce up their landscape.
Exactly. Yeah. Taylor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Of course. Right. There you have it. Kaylin.
That was a fast hour.
It was. Well, we always say, you know, time flies when you're having fun, right?
I know.
And I'm just so excited that I got to host Good Morning Wilmington with you. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. I really enjoyed, talking to our guest today, sitting next to the lovely Vincenza, as Ivan says.
Oh gosh, stop it. We miss you,
Yes,
Ivan, but I'm very lucky that I had the opportunity to be with Kaylin, so thank you.
Yes.
All right, so we do have to take this time to thank our sponsors.
Absolutely.
So we like to take this time to thank DART, Balance Strength and Fitness, and Wi-Fi Internet Services. And if you're interested in sponsoring, just contact DETV. I'm sure we're always checking the messages on social media, so definitely think about sponsoring, join us.
Absolutely.
But if you're thinking about sponsoring, can I mention this? I know. Please make sure you check out all of our guests that joined us today, especially the nonprofit organizations that are looking for sponsors. Tomorrow is
Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday. So
and
take this time.
DETV is also a nonprofit.
Yes, that's right. That's right. DETV is also a nonprofit. But make sure you check out all of our guests that joined us today. We had Tiffani Mitchell-Jenkinson from the Art of Giving Foundation. We had Taylor Thompson from Delaware Hardscape Supply. And then we had
Jasmine Hamlin from Skate Vibez. Awesome show. Oh, and don't forget this Saturday to go to the DART
hiring
event this Saturday. You said on Beach Street, right?
Right, Beach Street. It's an incredible event. We've been talking about it throughout all of our shows. You can go to the DETV social media pages to find out more information, but make sure you check out the hiring event happening this Saturday. I believe it starts at 8 a.m. It is on Beach Street, and just remember, it's a $3,000 sign-on bonus, so no excuses.
No excuses.
Go check it out.
Go get a job.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. All right, everyone. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great week.
Yes. Good morning, Wilmington.